Hello and welcome back to Trek on the Tube. Today we're talking about Star Trek Discovery Season 1, Episode 8, Si vis pacem para bellum. I hope I got that right. It translates to, if you want peace, prepare for war. So let's go. Let's jump right in. First my review, then my Easter eggs. I know I say this every time, but there are always newcomers and I like to make it as clear as possible for them as well. I'm guessing today's video is actually going to be kind of short because, if I'm honest, I don't have that much to say about the episode. I found it kind of, bland. Not bad, not at all, just not great. Kind of, just another episode. We had a lot of things going on at the same time, and I have no problem with that. That's how most modern TV series structure their episodes, and here it was done right. What I mean was, it wasn't confusing or hard to keep track of what was going on. Stamets seems to be going more and more crazy. L'Rell had some interesting moments, both with Cole and Admiral Cornwell, and we got a very original series story taking place on an alien world. Okay, so as usual, Discovery manages to make me very happy about certain things and very disappointed about others. I suppose I should be used to that by now. Take this ship, for example, the Gagarin. Up close it looks modern and cool, and when seen from a distance, it immediately stands out as an original series-style ship. And that makes me immensely happy. Thought has been put into the design, the same way the phases have been updated to better suit modern TV and yet still resemble what came before. But of course, as I said earlier, Discovery immediately balances the positive out by giving us terribly un-Klingon ships that all use cloaking devices. I had previously excused the canon breach because only the sarcophagus ship was using the technology, but now I can't. It just doesn't really make sense anymore. Quick side note regarding the space battles, the ships have their shields up, yet there are explosions. I know that shouldn't be the case, but if you really look hard enough, you notice these little blue lights that appear on impact. So yeah, there are shields, they're just hard to spot. Continuing in that tradition of yay and nay, this episode gives us a really nice story on an alien world. The landing party discovers sentient, non-corporeal life forms and find themselves needing to ask permission before using some sort of beacon they thought was just lying around. The whole away mission felt very Star Trek. From the aliens we meet to the way Saru changes. We even get an interesting moment where Saru explains they have authorization to use the beacon, but Burnham doesn't know if he can be trusted in his current state. Eventually, Tyler simply orders Burnham to get the job done, which brings up a question. Were they in violation of the First Contact Protocol or not? Discovery, as you would expect though, doesn't dwell on that and moves on to a fight scene between Saru and Burnham, because why ask moral questions when you can have a fight scene? The acting is still really good and the characters are interesting. The planet looked alien and I have no complaints about the CG. Though, maybe, personally I would have preferred the planet to be another color. Everything in Discovery is always blue. From the ship lighting, to the spores, to this planet, to, ironically, the Black Alert. Maybe having the planet orange, purple, pink, or even black and white would have helped it stand out a little more. Feel more alien in contrast to what we've gotten used to seeing on the show. To be honest, even the story was good. It's just the way they deliver it is always a little awkward or off. There were a few things that I found a little stupid, but can be explained if you think about it. Admiral Terral tells Lorca Discovery's mission is Starfleet's highest priority. I found it weird that Starfleet's highest priority mission wouldn't be given to one of the Constitution-class ships, but I suppose they're all out on the edge of known space, exploring and discovering new worlds and new civilizations. The non-corporeal beings built a house on the surface of their planet. How did they build the house? Why did they build the house? Saru explains they've been waiting to make contact with someone for years, so maybe they thought it would be nice to provide a shelter for their new friends whenever they arrive. And they did construct a beacon, so it's plausible that they could also construct this little hut. That being said, if real-world humans wanted to construct a shelter for an alien race in advance, we would have absolutely no idea what to build or how to build it, because we have no idea what the aliens would look like. Also, regarding these beings, it's stated multiple times that the Klingons might kill them all. That's even the argument Burnham uses at the end of the episode. Okay, fine, maybe the Klingons could destroy the rocks, burn the trees, that kind of stuff, but my immediate thought would not have been that these beings are vulnerable to Klingons or their weapons. But maybe that's just me. I mean, they're non-corporeal. What's a bat'leth gonna do? As I said though, I have no major complaints about the episode itself. Most of what I didn't enjoy comes from Discovery in general. The episode was simply a little underwhelming. Okay, so Easter eggs and observations. There were barely none in this episode, but we still gotta talk about them. The name Gagarin has already been used once before in Star Trek. Gagarin 4 was a planet featured in The Next Generation, and the Star Trek Encyclopedia stated that the planet was named after cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, the first human in space. This ship was probably named after that very same man. Moving on to the planet, Pavo, which is a new planet in Star Trek. It features blue plants that make sound, which very much resembles the blue plants that make sound on Talos 4, the planet Spock and Pike visited in The Cage. Also, Saru goes through some sort of change when he gets covered by floating particles, the spores, which are reminiscent of the plants in the original series episode This Side of Paradise. Those spores had a similar effect. And that's it. Lorella says patak at one point, which is a classic Klingon insult, if you want to consider that an Easter egg, but other than that, nothing more. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, tell your friends that I exist, and as usual, live long and prosper.